It's almost time for WrestleMania 40 and we got WrestleMania SmackDown. The vibe I got from this show is basically let's just have a lot of fun before all the conclusions. While of course breaking records too. That's the thing, man. Like WrestleMania week was so much fun. I watched the Pat McAfee show. I watched the kickoff. Speaking of which, I want Drew McIntyre to win this championship even more. My man brought muffins to CM Punk. My man is just on a whole different level. One WrestleMania match actually changed. Dragon Lee is out, and Andrade is going to be in the match. By the way, absolutely love the reunion. Carlito thought he was slick, but I guess we all know Carlito was the one who probably attacked Dragon Lee and still didn't get a match. It's one of these cases where I think Carlito is right, and Rey Mysterio kinda deserves another betrayal. Everybody says Rey Mysterio is the biggest babyface in WWE history, but I mean, to be fair, dude has no loyalty for shit.
Maybe I don't have any loyalty, but I have all the booyaka in the world.
SmackDown was wild, let's talk about it, but before that, a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Wrestling GM, where you can actually prove that you can book it better. Wrestling GM is the best wrestling simulation game in the world. The only game where you can be a business owner, TV show writer, and universe creator at the same time. Pick who fights, who becomes champion, manage each wrestler's career, write your own storylines and feuds, and even create your own wrestlers and companies. Find out why 250k plus players continually keep playing Wrestling GM. The game is very deep and the opportunities to play it are endless. It is the perfect mix of creativity and strategy. You can control and create all the outcomes within the game. I also played this game before on my channel. The playlist of Wrestling GM series is in the description below. Wrestling GM is available on all iOS and Android devices, and there's a link to download the game in the description below. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Do you feel the energy in my office? It's that time for WrestleMania. Super excited, and what I like about the fact that we have two WrestleManias is that, WrestleMania ends and you're like, okay, it's a bittersweet, what am I gonna do now? Well, I'm gonna watch WrestleMania the next day. Mark, ladies and gentlemen, Mark is who I am. And it's fine. It's okay. It's okay to be a Mark. Anyway, let's jump into SmackDown. The show kicks off with our boy Kevin Owens. And we had so many people in the crowd, they had to change the stage. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. Every time I see this type of shit, I just remember how bad WWE was in 2018, I believe. He calls Randy Orton an absolute legend of the wrestling industry, and it means a lot to him every time they get to share the ring. So he introduces the greatest of all time, Randy Orton. They talked about the triple threat match and just basically roasted the shit out of Logan Paul. On a scale of 1 to 10, how unlikable you think Logan Paul is? He says 11, but then we see Logan Paul in the stadium, which is basically like a few feet away from the arena. He says Randy Orton is wasting time on the Kevin Owens show. They're like two toddlers. Owens says, you're talking a lot of trash for someone who is just across the street. So this was absolutely hilarious. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens decided to go to Logan Paul by all means necessary. We see Grayson Waller and Austin Theory chasing them. I mean, what else can you do? WrestleMania is just happening almost now, so I get that. And what are your thoughts on the WrestleMania stage? I don't think it's great. It looks a bit small in my opinion. And don't get me wrong, I really like it. I just feel like since it's WrestleMania 4, you kinda expect like the biggest, greatest stage of all time, right? Then we got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. You guys know my opinion. Gotta tell you though, this was pretty quick and it made it pretty awesome. I actually enjoyed the match. We got some really interesting bumps, and Akira Tozawa, man, what a bump. Hopefully the guy is okay. Last two men remaining were Bronson Reed and Ivar. Bronson Reed eliminates Ivar, and he won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Kinda shows you that Triple H still has a lot of plans for the dude. I know it doesn't mean much, but it's a different WWE, so maybe there's more to it. Just a little bit. I would say just retire the concept. At the end of the day, maybe it does mean something to the superstars. I don't know. And this was one of the better Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royals, so I can't really complain. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this one. I know it doesn't mean shit. Maybe it does for the wrestlers. I don't know. Maybe it will mean something. The Final Testament sent a message to Bobby's faction. Bobby's faction sent a message to the Final Testament. So this match is going to happen at WrestleMania Night 2, and I know you don't have high expectations, and I get that, but this is going to be a street fight, and while I know the story is Well, it sucked. Let's be honest right here. Nobody gives a shit. I feel like this one could be fun because of the action and maybe it will get someone over. They really need to do something special. I don't know what it is, but one spot needs to be really, really memorable. So Logan Paul did his shtick, basically bullying Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and the audience. And I have a problem with this because the audience didn't give a shit. Like, we had so many people in the audience and it was so silent. And it's weird because sometimes they were loud, like they cared. So maybe they were not mic'd properly. I don't know. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory are waiting for Randy Orton in the stadium, but Randy and Kevin Owens are right there. So they basically outsmarted Logan Paul. Logan thought, okay, they're going to the stadium, and they just basically decided to go back because they knew that Logan Paul is going to run away. So they beat the shit out of Logan Paul. People chanted for RKO, and that's exactly what they got. Lovely stuff. Just hilarious. Just absolutely hilarious. Dragon Lee got attacked. Carlito acts like he doesn't know what happened. Come on, Carlito, you're not that slick. All of a sudden he wants to blame. It's Santos Escobar. No, it's not Santos Escobar. It's you! We saw Zelina Vega versus Elektra Lopez. This was fine, but it's not about the match. So Elektra Lopez wins the match. And of course, Santos and Dominic attacked Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega. We got Anadarade, and they were like, do something. Attack Rey! But you know what Anadarade did? Anadarade actually joined Zelina Vega and Rey Mysterio. So that was obvious, like, we knew what's gonna happen. And backstage, he said, I'm going to be your partner. Carlito was like, did you see what happened? Dragon Lee cannot compete.
I found a partner.
I would be pissed too, man. I've been supporting you for months now, and you can't give me my WrestleMania moment? You think I'm that much of a loser? You have your own faction and you're taking people from outside? Come on, Rey. Has no loyalty, And look, personally, of course, I want to see Rey Mysterio and Anadarade teaming up. I get that. I'm just joking around from the story perspective. Obviously, Carlito, he has a point. He's gonna be, you know what, Santos? You know what, Dominic? You were right. It wasn't the fault of Santos Escobar. Rey Mysterio is the one to blame. We got Naomi, we got Bianca, we got Jade. This was basically to hype up the match. Nothing special, but you just gotta love the attires, man. The whole presentation, everything is just, man, big time feel right here. We got New Catch Republic versus Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, which was another fun match. Like, I was watching this so casually, but I'm like, okay, this shit is fire. This is good. I feel like, of course, New Catch Republic, they're known as like these great wrestlers, whatever. But Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, I'll just keep saying this, they're really, really underrated, both on the microphone and in the ring. New Catch Republic won the match, and we got the Judgment Day beating up everybody because they're the tag team Zampiones. That's the thing, man. Like, it was just a fun show, just to hype up WrestleMania. Nothing special. It was just fun. We got LA Knight, who actually got a pretty, I wouldn't say a bad promo, but I believe it was pretty basic. Again, to hype up the match. Missed opportunity not to have AJ Styles right here and do something more special. I saw the social media clip. They were fighting, I don't know where. 2K event or something, but that was a missed opportunity. It was basically, I'm going to win. LA Knight, whose game this is. All that type of shit he does. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of LA Knight. We all know he can do better than that, right? We saw Jey Uso versus Solo Sikoa in the main event, which is hilarious at this point. Solo Sikoa is a main eventer, but technically, he is in the main event all the time. It's just that he never wins. I mean, to a certain extent, it was great. Two brothers in the ring, so I like that. But of course, we got that interference. People are chanting for Cody. We got Cody and Seth Rollins with the save. So basically, the show ends with babyfaces standing tall. And Cody, for the last time, promised the audience he's going to take Roman Reigns down. Not bad. Not bad stuff. Like I've said, we didn't get anything that special. No story progression. Let's just have a lot of fun in front of 20,000 people. And I actually liked that. It just made me care about WrestleMania even more, if that was even possible. Like that. Love that shit. So that's all I got for you today. I'll meet you in the WrestleMania review. Thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe if you already didn't. And if you're wondering, what am I gonna do until WrestleMania? You can watch WrestleMania 30 review. Yeah, made the video. Worst timing possible. Pretty much before SmackDown, before WrestleMania 40. Nobody gives a shit, but I think I did a pretty decent job with the video. So make sure to check it out. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.